Hello everybody, I wanted to show you how to make a trim healthy mama drink at home that is better than Starbucks. A lot of people, that's their big drawback when they're like, oh, I can't give up sugar because I have to have my coffee and creamer every day. Well, I'm going to show you how you can do it. Now I do have this was a Christmas present. This tool helps me so much because it's a home espresso maker and milk steamer. I wouldn't be able to do it without it, but there's cheaper machines you can make. You don't have to have the big fancy one. It's just what I do. I'm going to show you what I do. And I use filtered water in it. Someone, a big coffee nerd, told me that 3/4 of coffee is water, so be sure to have the best water you can. If it's not pure, if you don't have a purification system in your house, then he said Arrowhead has the best filtered water for coffee. I took his word for it because he made really good coffee. Now I'll show you. Today I'm going to make a mocha. Some days I put the chocolate in it, some days I don't. I guess it kind of depends on if I'm making it for an S meal or an E meal, because I go less fat on the E meals. I leave the chocolate off, or sometimes I just don't feel like doing it. So here's my mug, a little grater. Just take a little bit of chocolate, whatever plan approved chocolate you like, and I just grate it really small so that it melts as soon as the hot espresso hits it. And honestly, this drink is just as good without the chocolate, but if you're craving a mocha, then this will really hit the spot for you. There we go. Let's see. Yum. Okay. I'm gonna make espresso. This recipe is actually really similar to the cookbook's recipe for trimming. It's really similar to that. It's just instead of butter, I think they call for butter or MCT oil, I use heavy whipping cream, but about the same amounts. I mean, butter and cream is pretty much the same as far as I'm concerned. So the recipe's really similar. Now right here I have this, in my opinion, is the best coffee in the world. If you haven't tried it, you can order it from their website. They're not telling you, they don't know that I'm promoting their product, but I'm telling you it will get you hooked. This is the best coffee in the world. Beacon Coffee, it's our local coffee shop. It's incredible. Feel free to check them out on their website. It's the best. And now I'm putting my espresso, I'm gonna tamp it a little bit. If you have a home espresso maker, you already know how to do this, but there we go. Nice and ready, I'm gonna stick it in here. Get my shots ready. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up just so I can, once the espresso's ready, I'll show you all the ingredients I put in here. Let's see, to start, I put a whole tablespoon of collagen. And you honestly, I cannot taste this one little bit, and I'm a big old coffee snob. But it just makes it really creamy, gives you some protein. It's supposed to help with your skin and hair, and honestly it does. It's really good for you. Now just sweeten or whatever to taste. To me, I like 2 teaspoons of gentle sweet. I like my stuff kind of sweet, but you know, whatever you're feeling. 2 teaspoons works good for me for my cup. And then if you remember to put in it this soy lecithin or sunflower lecithin, something that's supposed to be really good for your brain, can't hurt. So I just put a little bit. And then cream. Instead of butter, like the trimmy recipe calls for, I put about, right here it depends on if I'm having an E breakfast or an S breakfast. If it's just an E breakfast, I'll only put a teaspoon of heavy cream, and honestly it's still pretty good. I like it, but of course I like it creamier, so if it's an S meal, I'll go maybe a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more of cream. About a tablespoon and a half, that looks good. And then I'm going to try to stir it to get it to dissolve as much as I can. And honestly, I never get it to dissolve all the way. There's always still a little bit of lumps, but by the time you steam the milk up, you won't know it's there. Now, fill it the rest of the way. This is unsweetened almond milk. I also use coconut milk, cashew milk, whatever I have on hand. They're all good. Okay, I'm going to mix it all up as best I can. Get it all to dissolve as much as it can. If it's not perfect, don't worry about it. The steamer will help some more. All right, now let's see. My temperature's ready to go. I'm gonna brew the espresso. And watch it right here. I love this machine. It's like, yeah, one of the best kitchen gadgets I've ever bought. Got my cup ready to go. Give it about 30 seconds. Gets a nice little crema on top. If your crema is off, you can either check you might be grinding your coffee too coarsely or not coarsely enough. You can always adjust it. That's about good, I think. I'm going to turn the steamer on so the steamer gets hot. I'm going to take these espresso shots, go ahead and dump them into this cup that already has the chocolate shavings. Now, you can do without the chocolate shavings, honestly. Most of the mornings I don't get around to it, but it is nice if you want a mocha. But if you leave them off, it's really no big deal. There we go. Wait for this to heat up. Got my rag ready. Keep stirring this, make sure it's all dissolved. If it's not, oh well. Close enough. By the time it steams, it'll all you won't know there's lumps in there. Trust me. Okay, my lights come on, my steam's ready to go. I'm gonna, just to make sure the machine's clean it off really good. Steam this milk. I kind of just adjust, I can tell by how I feel the pitcher if it's hot enough. Getting some good foam on there. It's starting to feel hot enough to me. I'm going to turn it off. Wipe down my machine. All right, there we go. Now, someone told me you want to make your froth in your milk. Ultimately, you want to make it look like wet paint whenever it sloshes around in there. I haven't exactly gotten it perfect yet, but I'm getting better every day, I guess. So there's my take on wet paint, the best I could do. And then I sure wish I could do latte art. I haven't quite got it yet. I get closer and closer every day, so hey. There we go. A heart. Woohoo! Close. Not quite. I usually overflow the mug trying to make this, but there you have it.